Going on internet. Okay guys, how you doing? Austin Levins here, Director of Coaching with Temecula Football Club, NPSL Head Coach. Sorry for the couple of minutes of a delay, we were having internet problems just trying to get logged on. Hope everybody's doing well on this Friday. Great day in California again, sun is shining, beating down the skies. You're all very welcome. I have a couple of topics. Brandon's away on business with the club for the weekend, so you know, hope you're doing well, Brandon. I know you're going to be tuned in soon. Had our first NPSL pre-season friendly last night. Did really well against Torres Neza, who are going to be playing in the Riverside Cup. Had a 1-0 win. Doesn't really reflect on the game itself because we probably had about 15-20 chances to score. We just couldn't put a finish on the ball. Great goal by Ashton last night. Great to see. Great representation of the players in the game. Really gave a good account of themselves. You know, only one night in after the tryouts on Wednesday. Had a couple of tryout players, tryouts play last night. Chris and Dago deserved great shout outs. Magnificent performances all around. All the players who came out really delivered a great team performance, and I emphasised before the game that it was about the performance rather than the result. I mean, it's great to win a game, don't get me wrong, but last night was just about making sure that everybody gave their all and gave a good account of themselves. And to a player, there wasn't one person I looked at last night that I would have said had a bad game. A particular highlight for me was to be able to give debuts to two of our youth players from our O2s team. Juan and Jordy did absolutely brilliant. Just represented themselves in every way you would hope a 15-year-old would. When they get an opportunity to step up. Yes, 15, probably very, very, very young to get an NPSL debut. But the importance for me was it was delivering on the philosophy of the club, which is to give you players an opportunity. And a game like last night, they stepped in, fairly late into the situation. They weren't called up initially. They tried out on Wednesday night with the squad. A couple of guys, not being available through work and other commitments, college and what have you. They got a late call up, and they came out and they didn't put pressure on me as a coach to, coach, put me on. It was more, we'll wait for our moment. And it was highlighted to me after the game when one of the guys said to me, it's so funny, our brothers made our debut at 15 for the club as well. So, Johnny Verde and Byron Rivera, they're only 19, turning 20 at this point, and they've had two younger players, or their younger brothers have come on last night and made their debut for the club. And it's not to overdo it and try and make them perform well and above themselves. It was just a chance to give them a representation for the club and recognise that they're really committed, and to give a bit of inspiration to the rest of the guys in their squad and AJ's squad. That, hey guys, we'll give you the opportunity if it's there, if you've earned the right. So credit to the two boys last night. I thought they did really well. Jordy had a chance in the first half to put away a goal, just nibbled on it a little bit, and he got swallowed up by the defender. But really good game. Great credit to Torres Neza. I mean, they must have used 25, 27 players last night. It was colossal, the size of their squad, but they had guys on trial. So when we played them in the Riverside Cup, it's going to be interesting to see who's made the cut and who hasn't. There was a couple of players I identified last night with them that definitely are ones to watch. But I think the overall approach that we had as a team and as a squad, showed very well. So it bodes well for the future. We have our youth teams about to kick off next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. Kicking off the season for the fall season. All the fixtures come out this week, finally. It's been a big ordeal trying to get it to that point. Confirming times and confirming field allocations and what have you. But we've got there eventually. So a big shout out to Dennis down in Galway Downs, who's been very cooperative with us, and Michelle from the SCDSL, who's been very tolerant about the whole situation. You've helped work a situation to be manageable and approachable, and it didn't get nasty at any point, which I give you guys great credit for, because all the patience had to be shown on your side of things. And hopefully, the parents this week have got their schedules and they know where the games are going to be tied up for the next couple of months. We have our launch party next week, 6th of September. We're going to be talking, to all the parents and all the players at that about how the season is going to unfold, what we're hoping to achieve as a club. We have certain projects that we're trying to do within our own systems in terms of feedback and reviews of players and critiques of players. So hopefully this season is something that will excite everybody. Certainly I know with my own 06 team, some of the feedback they've had already on a personal level has really gone down very well. Parents are buzzing. We had a scrimmage game last week, went really well. So it's exciting times for Temecula Football Club, and I think one of the things for me is that it's a sign of progress, not just from my part as a coach or as the director of coaching, but as a club in general. We're trying to move things forward, and for every setback we have, we'll take one step back and 2 steps forward. We're trying to burst the bubble. It's a tough gig at times, and some of the work that gets done behind the scenes doesn't really get appreciated by some, but we're doing it for the betterment of the club. And I think the great thing that I'm seeing in the last couple of weeks is, even with the coaches meeting, and the commitment of everybody that's involved in the club. It's all about trying to build the club to be bigger and better for the future, trying to give these kids the opportunity to rise to the highest level. And when you're part of something like that, you can live that out every day, every week, where you're aspiring for better, you're aspiring for more, not in a greedy way, but just in terms of growth. I think that's a great aspiration for a club to be able to have. So it's one of the things that I personally enjoy as a coach. I know Brandon as an owner, it's tough on him at times, don't get me wrong, but the whole thing is that we can see where the potential is to grow, and we're just trying to bring more people involved within the Temecula Valley, within the Inland Empire, to be able to say, hey, we want to be part of this. I've had a great conversation with one of the parents today, about his son, how he's progressing. He's had splashes in the NPSL team so far, and hopefully has more to come. But it's about growth, and it's about understanding where your level is at and where your level can get to. And I think that's the one thing with all of our coaches, is that we all have the aspiration to have our players at a higher level, be it from tier 3 to tier 2, tier 2 to tier 1, tier 1 to elite, whatever it may be. But we've invested interest in these guys, and girls, sorry, right across the board at all age levels. So if you're somebody that's watching this today or watching in the future, if you've an interest in helping grow the game and grow a club, come in, call into the office and be part of what we're about. Temecula FC is a club that wants to take people in who want to grow the game. So if you're watching this and you're seeing this, come in and be part of what we're trying to be about. We want to grow the game. We want to grow what Temecula as a valley is, not just as a club, but the amount of population that we have in the area is colossal. There's no reason we can't make this club bigger and stronger. So if you're tuned in, call in, be part of what we're doing in any capacity. We have the Riverside Cup games coming up. Tickets are on sale. Contact Brandon at TemeculaFC.com or Austin at TemeculaFC.com. We can give you the ticket information, we can give you the link, or you can buy the tickets online, whichever it may be. Game's about 4 or 5 weeks away at this point. Looks very, very, hopeful. It's going to be an exciting tournament this time, because we've 4 teams instead of 2. So no reason to not come along and see the games. I'm going to give a quick shout out to everybody who's tuned in. See Rowena, my wife, is tuned in. MUSC Offaly branch joined in. How are you doing, guys? Away. Ray Gagan's tuned in. Alright, Gaffer, how are you doing, bud? I see the post during the week. You're making great progress. Best of luck with your new fields. Hope it all goes well. Christopher Diego Casanova. I love the way he's extended his name. He used to be Chris Casanova, now he's Christopher Diego Casanova. So I'm waiting for the third or the fourth to join in. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah.
Damien, the cousin in England, Milton Keynes. How you doing, bud? All good. Ignacio's joined in. Ashley's joined in. Oh, I see Kieran, my cousin up in Whittier, has joined in as well. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, Kieran. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. As always, thanks to everybody for your support. Greatly appreciated. We love every single one of you who join in each week, give us a like or give us just even a watch. It's always really good. So have a great weekend. Hope the sun keeps shining on your face, and away.